Hello viewers, I'm SB, and I just have some final thoughts here about Tangledeep. So, obviously, I love this game, and I hope that came through clearly in the tone of the series. I got a little frustrated toward the end there, but this is a really good game. I like it a lot, and I've spent some time the last few days trying to figure out exactly what it is about it that I like so much. First of all, I have some nostalgia for the period that the graphics and music are meant to emulate. The 16-bit era is like when I really started getting into games, because I was a little young for the 8-bit stuff. And I remember fondly staying over for the weekend with my Aunt Katie and playing Super Mario World all night until we beat it, and I have so many memories from my childhood. The first time I saw Super Mario World on one of those, display units in, I think it was a Sears. They just had, a Super Nintendo that you could play. Oh, man. Anyway, I don't think the nostalgia, though, is what's really getting me about Tangledeep. I think what it is the way that the item and class mechanics encourage you to build your own little ball of tricks and synergies that will be, sort of unique to what you think is great about the systems. I love when building a character feels like building a little machine or, making something out of Legos. You're looking through all the pieces and snapping in the ones that feel the coolest to you. This is actually a really big part of what I like about mechanics-heavy tabletop RPGs. Although, obviously, there it's complex in a whole different dimension, because on top of this, you're also trying to construct some kind of coherent person with a past and personality and stuff that dovetails with all the mechanics. I'm losing focus here, because I really love RPGs, and I really need to get playing in a game again. But obviously the idea of building a character and looking for synergies is not unique to this game or anything. But I think the amount of latitude that you're given in Tangledeep is what really sets it apart. There's so many things, and you have access to almost all of them with every character. And the trade-offs you make in terms of picking the best set of class masteries to build your weird little monster inside of, and in terms of the limited number of passive and active skill slots are interesting, and the number of legitimately powerful and useful options you get to choose from makes this really a shining example of what this kind of system can be capable of. It's just fun to build characters here. It's like getting to play as the solution to an Opus Magnum puzzle or something. So the other thing I want to talk about, it was on my mind toward the end a little bit, is the fairly brutal difficulty of New Game Plus. And difficulty is maybe not the right word, but the way in which it is unforgiving. You can spend half a dozen hours, maybe a little bit more, on a character, and then just lose it all in an instant because you got distracted or you were in your head a little bit for 2 clicks. And I hope the series has plenty of proof of that in it. It feels really bad to me. Which I'm not trying to say that it's a bad thing that it's in the game, but it's just it's a really profoundly negative experience in a way that I did not enjoy at all. And I've played a lot of difficult or unforgiving games in my day. And so basically I'm trying to figure out if it's the case that in this game it's more that thing than those other games were, and that's why it feels worse to me, or if it's just I'm getting soft in my old age or what. And after some consideration, I'm thinking it's probably more the latter. I've noticed it with a couple of other things recently. I played through a lot of The End Is Nigh and Celeste when those came out, and in both cases, I got to a point where I was like, it's too hard, or it's too unforgiving, it's too precise, it's demanding too much of me, and it's frustrating, and I'm just not having fun anymore. So I stopped. And now, to be clear, I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with that. I think that's a perfectly fine and actually healthy way to engage with games. There's no reason to go all completionist if you're not actually enjoying being a completionist. And you don't have to finish a game in the sense of doing all the things in it. It's okay to just do the things that are fun and then peace out. But it's interesting to me because I used to be the other guy, right? I used to be the 1001% guy. Even when I wasn't having fun with the game anymore, even when I stopped having fun with the game at 90%, I was just driven by a compulsive completionism or the sunk cost fallacy or something. I don't know what, but I used to need to finish things. And we were pretty poor sometimes when I was younger. We went through periods of being very poor. And there was definitely sometimes a need to sort of squeeze everything I could get out of my games, because the next new game might be some time away. And so maybe that factors into it somewhere. But I was just thinking about when it changed, when I stopped feeling this way, and what that might mean, and this is a classic SB ending to the story. The answer is, I don't know, actually. Maybe this is what growth feels like. Anyway, I'm just meandering now, but that was in my head, so I wanted to commit it to AVI here. AVI. Who records to AVI? Anyway, the point is, this is the end. Thank you all for listening to this, and of course, for watching the whole series. I mean, if you're here, I assume you watched a significant part of it, and that means a lot to me, really. It's awesome to have an audience, to have people care about me playing video games. So, anyway, this is the end for Tangledeep for now, but probably not forever. I really do like this game a lot, and I could use a break from it, but if it gets some kind of significant content release, or honestly, even just like some time passes, I will probably feel the urge again. So, hopefully, you guys are down for whatever it is we're doing in the meantime. And we'll see you then.